This was the most difficult week of my life. I don't know how to start this video because it's just now I'm scared of every week because really it's just very ironic that this week is called Recovering a Sense of Strength. And this week I felt the weakest in my life. A lot of things were going on this week related to my health. That you can see, you can hear right now. My voice is still not there, but at least I don't have pain in my throat. It's been already day 14 since I'm being like this. And in my last video, I thought I was recovering, but no, it was just the beginning of the most difficult week of my life. And I'm not gonna lie, this week was very difficult to do the artist way. The workshop, I mean, I didn't do any morning pages. My artist day, I was just in bed and trying to understand why this was happening to me, why everything was happening at the same time this week. It was very hard, and I couldn't walk. I have a sciatic pain. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe, and and I couldn't even cry. I wanted to feel miserable in my life, and I couldn't even cry because that made it worse. And and I couldn't take any medicine because I was told by the doctor here in the Netherlands that after the week 30 of your pregnancy it's dangerous to take medicine for the baby. What I had was something viral. They couldn't give me any other medicine than paracetamol, but really paracetamol was doing nothing to me, and I was in a lot of pain, and I was just, what is all this? Also, as you can see, my wall is not green anymore. That's another thing that happened this week because and it's kind of related to the subject. I don't want to I would like to have more structure in this video, but I'm just talking about what was happening this week. But yeah, we have to work in that wall. In the week that I couldn't do anything, so I didn't do anything. I asked for help, of course. We asked for help because it was not doable for me and my husband alone with my toddler. It was a difficult and intense week, I have to say. I'm gonna try to do something with the audio so you can hear me a little bit better, hopefully. But I didn't want to miss the week. I would like to finish this workshop before I have my baby, and I'm committing to that, and I really hope I can make it. I can make it. So anyway, okay, let's start this thing. This week is, as you heard, it's recovering a sense of strength, and it's about time management and other things. Um, Sometimes we feel that we don't have the time to do certain things related to our dreams, our goal in life. But actually, that is not true. You have the time. It's just you don't have it in a priority. Or is your fear making you auto-sabotaging in yourself to not do the things that you have to do if you want to achieve certain dream, certain goal in life? And there's something that the book says, and that happens to me a lot, a lot. Sometimes you have a dream, but it's too big, and it can be overwhelming. And sometimes you can start doing things, but you don't see the result, of course, and then you quit because it's like, what's the point? But the thing is that a small task or small little actions every day is going to lead you to the dream. So here the most important thing is It's not the dream's not important. It's important, but the most important thing are the daily actions that you take towards that dream. And I mean, talking about this wall, for example, and we wanted to fix this wall for a long time. And then just thinking about it, it was so overwhelming because we thought like, no, it's gonna be a chaos, and I don't know, I don't have time for that right now. And then all of a sudden, life is like, it's it's gonna be done this week because I say it. We didn't want to do it. It just happened. This was covering wallpaper, very old wallpaper that was painted before. And then we had some humidity in this wall, and one night, just like the paper in one corner just fell off. And of course, my OCD couldn't handle that. And then I thought, like, it looks horrible. I just cannot see it. And this is a room where we are the most of the time, right? So we thought, okay, we need to remove it. But removing it, it was like 3 layers of wallpaper from 1,000 years ago, I guess. And the wall was very, 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 very bad. Because it was completely raw. The wall was completely raw. So of course, we have some plans for this wall to make it smoother and to make it nice. But right now, it's we're running out of time, of course, and this is how it's gonna be. With this, I can't leave for some time. But then when this happened, when this was fixed in 2 days, then I was thinking, like, sometimes we get so overwhelming in our head about doing certain things that we don't take action. But actually, when you're pushed by life, I guess, universe, to take action, then later you realize that it was not that difficult. And the book says something about the art is the creativity. Actually, creativity is made in the making, in the process, not in the final product. So I feel that being creative is a process. It's always a process. Enjoying the little actions that you can take every day towards something that you want. If you want to paint, maybe clean your brushes one day. Something that is related to something that you want to do. I'm going to give you another example. I love carpentry, and I would love to be a carpenter, to master that skill. But then, instead of me taking actions by doing, and then you learn, on your own, I'm thinking like, no, I need to take a course. And then I spend a lot of time finding courses in the Netherlands to learn how to be a carpenter. And of course, the courses are not cheap, like kind of between 5,000 and 10,000 euros. And then instead of thinking like, how can I make a little frame for something, a wooden frame for something, I worry like, how I'm gonna get that money, how I'm gonna go to that school, is the schedule gonna fit my schedule right now, my routine, and I worry so much about that I completely forget about my goal of picking a little frame. And I personally do that a lot, but that is actually my fear of not being successful or making a mess. But that's the thing, we just have to take action. There's a quote also that I love, that it says like, just take the first step. You don't need to see the whole picture, the whole stairs. Just make the first step. Just one tiny thing every day. Talking about this channel also, sometimes I mean, you upload videos that nobody sees, that has like 0 views or 10 views, and then you can quit because, of course, your goal is maybe to have a successful channel, but when you don't see the results immediately, then you quit, because that what's the point. But you have to commit to the little task, which is like me sitting down in front of a camera talking about right now my workshop of the artist way, and just thinking about committing to the process and not to the final result. If it comes, that's amazing, but that is not going to help me to reach my goal, because my goal is to have a better connection with myself, with the big creator, to feel more free about me expressing myself in any way, like through my art, through my speaking, through I don't know, in life in general. And that is my win in this process. If nobody sees my video, that's okay, because I'm doing this to heal my relationship with myself. Uh, Talking about healing your relationship with yourself, I want to talk about me being sick this week. I um, I consider myself a healthy person. I never had a problem since child, and maybe the only surgery I had was my to remove my wisdom teeth, and that's it. Like that's it. That is the most the biggest surgery I had in my life. But not even I mean a cold. It was a fever. I never. It's not that I never, but it was like maybe once every 10 years, something like that. But this week, or at least this last month, I am having a lot of things related to my health. The diabetes in the pregnancy. I had some episodes of high blood pressure, the sciatic pain. On top of that, I got sick. I lost my voice. I had a lot of pain in my throat, and then I was honestly I was feeling very miserable, and I was asking, why, why, why me, why this is happening, and I was asking the wrong question, I guess, because honestly I felt so frustrated that I couldn't understand why this was happening right now to me. And then one day I was honestly crying a lot, feeling so desperate or miserable about pain and not being able to do anything. And I felt that me and my body were left alone. Like literally, like life was like, you know what, this is happening to you. Either you make peace with your body and you together we were to you work together to heal yourself, or you're like done. Like that's no other way. That's how I felt. And then I thought like, okay, okay, no problem, got it. Uh, so then I I decided to change my mindset towards the towards being sick, because then I thought, okay, you know what? Let's let's work together. We can heal ourselves. We're gonna make it work. And for the first time in my life, I started to talk nicely to myself, to celebrate the little wins, even if it's the smallest wins ever. Like I coughed only 5 times instead of 6. That's a yay. We're progressing. So that's good. Um, like today I can breathe better, or today I had a little bit less pain in my throat, or today I had, and then I noticed that it was more manageable, the pain, and that my body was reacting in a very good way. And I think that's when I started healing. And then I thought like, oh my God, like I felt, I started feeling strong. And not as strong because I still have some pain in my body, but strong mentally, that wait a second, I can change the way I'm thinking about my own situation. I can try to see the positive side of this. And I don't want to rush me to say like I'm grateful because it's been a hard time, but I'm kind of grateful. Like why? Like now I think that I understand like why this was happening to me, especially in this time. That it was time for me to heal that relationship with myself. As I talk in the, I think maybe one video, I don't remember which one, but I said like I always love the everything related to home, but I never consider home as your own body, your own soul, your mind. For me, home was something physical, your walls where you live. But then I was thinking like, no, this is not that's not your only home. Your home is yourself. Is you live with yourself. And I was neglecting this relationship with myself for a long time. So I think this had to happen in order for me to build that relationship, to connect with myself physically, emotionally, mentally, and that maybe leads to have a better relationship with the big creator and then to better relationship with my own creativity. This was what happening this week. It was very hard week to do all these things, and I don't know if this makes sense or this was my reflection of this week. I felt that I was just surviving this week, and I didn't finish all the exercises, and but I am happy that I still continue to read the chapter and wrote down like my learnings this week, and that is that I'm showing off, not showing off, that I am showing up here to commit this to these little actions that makes me feel happy with myself, and I want to finish with this quote that the book also says in also in other chapters, that is the audacity, not talent, what makes an artist being an artist. So just keep showing up, no matter like if you're feeling down, or I mean it matters, but what I mean is that just commit to the tiny little task every day, and you're gonna feel better after that. After I finish every single video, even though I cannot even talk properly, I feel so good with myself because I am healing that trust. I am healing the relationship with myself, to trust myself again first, to make my relationship with myself stronger. And then from that, I think everything's possible. But this is the foundation of you be creative. You need to heal yourself and heal your relationship with yourself. So I think that's it for today. Um, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but we'll see. And I hope I have a better voice for that video. But I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And I hope these little reflections help you in a certain way. And I'm just grateful that you're watching this video. Thank you and have a good day.